Ames.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Good.
Thanks for having us at your house.
Thank you for coming to my house.
I've got a big surprise for you today. I've got a Universal Audio
Oh my God.
Arrow.
It's here.
It's brand new. It's for you. Should we get it out of the box?
Like Santa. Yes, please.
Okay. Here it is.
Goodness.
So this is the world's first Thunderbolt 3 bus-powered audio interface.
What does that mean?
It means that it's powered and connected to your computer all by one Thunderbolt 3 cable. It's Mac and Windows. With Arrow, it's a very simple workflow. It's really easy to use, and it sounds incredible. Pro quality conversion. You can literally make records on this thing. No latency, you know, so those days are over. Also, Unison Technology on board, and I'm going to tell you all about what that does as we move into this tutorial.
Okay.
And hopefully, by the end of the day, you are going to have learnt how to track your own vocal using the Arrow and using Console 2.
Yes.
All right?
I'm excited.
Let's jump in. Okay, Ames. So let me show you around the actual hardware right now, okay? So we can get familiar with what's on board here. First of all, on the front, headphones. All right? So your headphones are going to go in there. Then also we have a high Z input here on the front. This is where you plug your guitar or bass guitar, anything like that, directly into the unit, so you don't need a DI. If we look on the back, you can see, very simple again, you have the two mic pre's, and this is where you plug your microphones into, 1 and 2. This is also a combi jack slot, so you can actually plug in a 1/4-inch jack cable in here too.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can go left and right to a keyboard or something like that. Additionally, we have outputs left and right, and this really basically is just going out to speakers. And then Thunderbolt 3 port right here. And all you need is the cable. Let me grab one for you.
Oh, you brought one?
I did, yeah, don't worry. It's all part of the service. And basically, Thunderbolt 3, yep, it looks very similar to USB-C. In fact, it looks identical. But you've got to make sure that it's Thunderbolt 3, not USB-C. And then straight into my computer, and then it's gonna boot up.
What?
Okay, right? So let me show you a couple of the onboard buttons here. We have input, and this allows you to switch between the line input, which would be for synthesizers, and then your mic input, which would be for your microphones, okay? And this is currently on channel 1 of your mic input. If I hit this preamp button here, I'm gonna switch to channel 2. So you can be controlling a lot of the hardware directly from the unit. Following that, we have a high-pass filter. It has true 48-volt phantom power. You also have a pad to attenuate the mic pre.
Attenuate?
If the microphone is running too hot, if you hit this pad, it will bring down the level on the microphone.
Okay.
Phase button for checking phase, and then a link button, which will link channel 1 and channel 2. So that you can actually control them both together at the same time. So if you had a synth in here, left and right, you link the channel, and then you can control the input level with this encoder. If I hit preamp, it's going to be controlling level of the selected preamp that I'm using. So if I unlink it, I'm in channel 1, and now I can control the level going into that mic pre. This is where you set your level for your vocal, essentially. If I hit monitor, now this controller is controlling the volume to your speakers. If I hit it again, it's going to control the volume to your headphones, okay? And they're independent of each other. If you're going to track a vocal, you don't want the speakers on, right? If you just hit it, it's going to mute the speaker. It'll turn red, but you can still switch back to your headphones and hear your headphones, okay? So while you're tracking, speakers are off, switch it back to the monitor. When you want to hear back, turn your speakers on.
Oh, cool.
All right? Once you have downloaded and installed the software for Arrow, you'll be able to open up Console 2.0. This is the main window of Console 2.0, where you can see all of your physical inputs available on your Arrow system. At the top left, you can see the gain controls for both of the onboard preamps. Below that is where you can add Unison plugins, which emulate the actual impedances of mic preamps and guitar amps. From there, we see controls for selecting the input type, for phantom power, a pad switch, phase,
And there's also a high-pass filter for removing ultra-low frequencies. Next, we see the insert section. This is where you add UAD plugins so you can take advantage of real-time plugin processing. Below the inserts is the send section. This is where you can send signal from the selected channel over to the 2 onboard auxiliary channels. A great use of this workflow is when you want to add some reverb to a vocal, but you don't want to record the sound of the reverb. You just want to be able to hear it when you track your vocal. Under the send section is the main fader, mute, solo, and pan controls. Over on the right-hand side of the console, there's a fully comprehensive monitor section. This is where you can control volume to your speakers. There's also controls for setting up Q outputs for expanded systems, a mono control for checking your mixes in mono. These insert effect controls here are very important. You can decide whether you'd like to monitor your plugins or record the effects into your DAW in real time. If there's a plugin setting that you really love and you want to save it, that's super easy with presets. Just go to the plugin, hit the presets button, and just save under a familiar name. Finally, you can save your entire Console 2.0 session by coming over here and clicking on the Save As. There you can name your session and then reload it at any time.
Okay, Ames, this is where the fun starts.
Okay.
All right? I'm going to show you by giving you a couple of examples of me recording some guitar. So, first of all, going to need a guitar. I have one here. All right? So I've got my guitar plugged in, and I'm going to grab the other end of my guitar cable right here. And that is going to go into, as I mentioned before, the high Z input. Now we should probably put our headphones on so that we can hear what's going on. Okay, so what we've done today is, so that we can both hear, is that we've got a little splitter cable into the headphones, and that's enabling us both to hear everything at the same time.
Okay.
And you can see now, if I start to play, you're getting some level. What we're going to do now with the help of Arrow and Console 2 is we're going to start creating a sound. In this case, because we're using a guitar, we're actually going to use a guitar amplifier in the preamp stage. And we're going to try this Marshall Plexi Classic.
Because this plugin is in the Unison slot of Console 2, it means that now the preamp onboard Arrow has taken on the characteristics of this Marshall amplifier.
So you get this right out of the box, right?
Yeah.
So we're already starting to get a tone, and it's now essentially taken on the characteristics of this amplifier. We're using your song, Flowers for Anna. It's a cool, chill tune. We don't need like a rock sound for it. So we're gonna pull the gain back a little bit more. And we start to get something that feels reasonable for the track,
Yeah.
okay? The whole point of this is that we're designing the sound as we go. The other thing is, as I play it, there's no latency, right? So it feels really good. You're totally connected to the music. As musicians and producers, you know, we don't like latency. With Arrow and the Console 2 system, latency is no more, okay? Okay? So what we can do here is, these are your insert slots where you can start adding just regular inserts. I think because we can, we're going to actually now add a little bit of reverb. I'm feeling pretty good about this sound.
Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're going to go over to Logic. We go to Preferences, into Audio. We want to go into General, and then we want to make sure that software monitoring is actually switched off. The reason why we want to do that is so that we're not hearing playback through Logic as well as the console. So basically at this point, we're good to go. I'm going to check my input here and set my input to mic line high Z1, which is my channel 1 of the Arrow, okay? So if I hit this into record, now we can actually just record straight into Logic. So I'm just going to roll from this little breakdown here in the song, and I'm just going to play a little something something over the outro of the song, all right?
Okay.
Here we go. All of the effects are printed. Because you've printed everything in real time, you can go back and use the onboard processing for new sounds.
So cool.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ames, so we've got your mic plugged in. We've got some level happening into the channel. Okay, but right now we have just the clean arrow preamp working.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start creating the vocal sound that we're looking for. We're going to add now a Neve 1073 preamp to the Unison slot so that this preamp on the arrow will then start to take on the characteristics of a Neve 1073.
Okay.
So I'm going to save you $10,000. Okay?
Thank you.
And so if you want to sing a little bit, I'm going to start down this in for you.
I can't wait until we get together Sunday morning. The way your spirit moves my body, you turn me on.
Great. So if we look on the arrow here, we've got the high pass.
Yeah.
So we can high pass that first of all. Okay, and you can see on the screen that it's actually high passing there as well.
Oh, wow.
We're going to put in the EQ. The Neve 1073 is known for its smooth high end. So if I just crank up a little bit of high end there for you, how does that sound?
I can't wait until we get together Sunday morning.
Sweet.
That sounds really good.
Nice and crispy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So if we go down here, we can start adding some compression. I'm going to look for the UA 1176 Legacy. This plugin comes as part of the Analog Classic Bundles package, which comes with your Arrow, along with a bunch of other great plugins. So we're going to start to create this great pop vocal sound now by adding a large helping of compression. This is going to create that really in-your-face, aggressive pop vocal sound, okay? So let's hear you sing the hook again, and I'm going to dial in the sound.
I can't wait until we get together Sunday morning. The way your spirit moves my body, you turn me on.
Awesome. I'm going to switch it in and out while you sing it one more time. Let's have a listen.
Okay. I can't wait until we get together Sunday morning. The way your spirit moves my body, you turn me on. Sounds really good.
Last thing, do you like a bit of reverb on your
Yes,
vocal?
I was just going to ask.
You okay?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I love some wetness.
You're right. Okay. So what we'll do here is we'll use the reverb in a send auxiliary configuration, which I mentioned to you before, and this is a way so that you can monitor your reverb.
Okay.
But we're not going to actually have that reverb print into Logic.
Gotcha.
It's just so that you can hear it, you can feel good about tracking, it feels really good. But again, we're not going to record this sound. So the way that we can do that is we're going to put the reverb on the auxiliary 1. We'll go over to my sends here in console 2, and I'm now going to just add some send, and you should have.
Oh, nice. I can't wait until we get together Sunday morning. The way your spirit moves my body, you turn me on.
How's that?
That sounds really good.
Yeah, you like that? Okay, so look, within a few little moves, we've just created a really awesome, clean, in-your-face vocal sound. So let's run it from the top of the track, and let's go for it. All right, awesome. How'd it feel?
Felt really good.
Wonderful.
Felt very confident.
You look confident too. Okay, Ames, so we've had a great day here.
Yep.
Well, I'm saying that we've had a great day.
We've had a great day.
Okay, good.
Yes, we both have.
So, do you feel like you've learned everything that you need to learn?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, you know, just as a recap, we've covered the general overview of the hardware, right? So you've got familiar with all of the buttons and encoders and everything. We've learned about the Console 2 application and the software and everything that goes with using that.
Yeah.
And the workflow between the two. We've talked about no latency tracking with UAD real-time processing, Unison Technology. We've also talked about the bus-powered nature of Arrow, so it's Thunderbolt 3, Windows, and Mac. So I think that you've got everything that you need now to continue on your own without me, finally, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right?
I'm ready.
We'll see you on the flip side.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I can't wait until we get together Sunday morning. The way your spirit moves my body, you turn me on. I'll take communion for the union every Sunday morning. The way your spirit moves my body, you turn me on. Yeah, you turn me on.